Yo, it's your boy Switch Hands. I'm back with another video. You see the title. We're going to discuss everything we know about the Switch 2 so far. Before we get going, please drop a sub, drop a like on this video. But let's get into it. So far, we know the obvious is the Switch 2 is dropping June 5th. GameStop and Best Buy are doing midnight releases. Gotta check your locations, but you had to do a pre-order on the website or in person to get that going. Right now, pre-orders are tough, so everybody's on the lookout for the next wave. Luckily, I got mine at Best Buy. Prices start at $450 for the base model and $450 for the Mario Kart bundle. Now, obviously, if you're a Nintendo fan, the most likely or the most logical choice is to go ahead and pick up that Mario Kart bundle because Mario Kart World is retailing at $80, so you can save yourself an additional $30 by picking up that Mario Kart bundle for $500. Now let's talk system specs on what we know so far. We know we're getting an LCD, not an OLED screen, unfortunately, but we'll see how it goes. Everybody else been saying this LCD screen look amazing, so let's roll with it. We're getting 120 frames per second in dock mode on certain games. We're getting 4K in dock mode, and we're getting 1080p in handheld mode. Now, that gives me to believe we can get a lot of big third-party games, and I'm holding out hope that we can get GTA 6. As you can see, they just pushed the release date back to May 2026. Hopefully, during that time, or if they haven't, they're starting development on the Switch 2. They're polishing, they're refining it, they're bringing it to the Switch 2. So we know max, we can get 4K, 120 frames per second. And I don't think anybody saw that coming. I think we were all locked in on 4K, 60 frames per second. But 120 frames, man, can you imagine playing Splatoon, Mario Kart, Zelda, a new one, 120 frames per second. So those are the specs that we know so far. The dock has a cooling fan, which concerns me because I'm seeing all these other third parties docks that don't have cooling fans. So I don't know if those third party docks just project the image from the Switch onto the television, or is it trying to upscale to 4K? Because you're gonna run into some issues of overheating on that, but that's their problem. I'll be picking up my second dock officially through Nintendo. Let's get into the launch titles. Obviously, the banger, the big boy, the system seller, Mario Kart World is going to headline. It's going to flagship the launch lineup. But there are other big games coming. There are other good games coming. There are other current games coming. You got Cyberpunk 2077. You got Fortnite. You got Split Fiction. You got Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo Switch 2 editions. You got upgraded Kirby, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. You got Hogwarts Legacy. You got Hitman, World of Assassination, you got Fortnite, you got Deltarune. I'm not a fan of all those games, but some of y'all are. I'm gonna be on Mario Kart, I'm gonna be on Tears of the Kingdom, but the launch lineup slated for like 22 games, so make sure you pick those up. Like I said, I'm gonna be on Mario Kart, so the launch lineup really don't matter to me. Moving along, talking about some upcoming games in the near future. Metroid Prime 4 obviously doesn't have a release date yet, but we know it's coming this year. Pokemon ZA don't got a release date, but we know that's coming somewhere October, November if you pay attention to how they drop. Got Madden 26 coming in August. I already got picked that up. You know I'm a sports gamer. Then you got big boy Donkey Kong Bonanza coming in July, a month after Mario Kart World. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Donkey Kong in general. I'm not quite sold on Bonanza. At first glance, I thought it looked great, thought it looked good. Then I was like, what more is there than to just hack and slash a world and find bananas? Now, some might say, hey, Mario Odyssey was the same way, and I love Mario Odyssey. So I may have to just pick it up and experience for myself. But those are some upcoming games you can look forward to for the Switch 2. Oh, and I forgot, NBA 2K26 we get in next gen, so that's coming in September as well. Backwards capability now. Man, I have a large Switch lineup. This is probably the largest game lineup I've ever had. Largest game library I've ever had on a console. So yes, the Switch 2 will be backwards compatibility with Switch 1 with physical and digital games, so there's no need to worry. If you have a stacked lineup like yours truly, you'll be able to play all of those games on your Switch 2 with no problem. Going through some other hardware specs, you got the camera, you got the USB-C extra port at the top, you got the magnetic Joy-Cons, man. They're detachable. You don't gotta worry about that rail stuff no more. You know, little stuff like that. Quality of life improvements to the Switch 2. Everybody was saying that the build feels better, feels like a more premium product versus the Switch 1. And as I look at it, then look at my Switch 1 and feel it, I can see what they're saying. I didn't notice at the time, but it does look like it's a premium product, and they're trying to compete in that Steam Deck and kind of take a serious approach to this gaming cycle. Now, in addition to the two GOATs of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom getting Nintendo Switch 2 upgrades, some flew under the radar, and somebody pointed out, you got games like ARMS, Captain Toad, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 3D World, Clubhouse, Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. They're all getting Nintendo Switch 2 editions. Now, I don't know what more is possible in those games because they all, to me, run fine, but those are getting Nintendo Switch 2 editions as well. Other than that, man, like, there's a lot of little stuff. I might have missed something big, but let's give my final thoughts on how I think this is gonna go. Man, I think the Switch 2 is positioned perfectly to be extremely successful. A lot of the things that we asked for, they delivered. Actually, pretty much everything that we asked for, they delivered, plus more. So pre-orders sold out everywhere. That doesn't surprise me with the success of the Switch 1, which eventually will become the best-selling console of all time. But with the horsepower that it's getting, with the third-party support, and the future with Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, it's been 13 years since we got a Madden. 2K is getting next gen. You got Mario Kart running 120 frames per second. I think the Switch 2 is gonna do great. I'm gonna have it day one. Like I said, I secured my pre-order through Best Buy. I'll be at mine at midnight. Hopefully I'll be streaming it. But it's your boy Switch Hands. Drop a sub, drop a like. This quick video on everything we know about the Switch 2. Drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think.